All right, guys, right behind us, it might be difficult to figure out what this is, but this is the Goddard School of Viera. And today, I'm with Scott Sheldon and Kelly Huddleson. They are co-owners, managing partners, financial backgrounds, just gonna be running the show of this school. And so we wanted to talk to them and ask them a few questions about what the school is going to entail, why they chose Viera, what makes it different, and everything else and in between.
We're really excited to be here in the community. Viera is an outstanding family community, which is really what our Goddard brand entails. We treat everybody like community when they walk into our schools. We have an on-site owner that is here all day, 9 to 5, that's their full-time job. And so we get to know every family that comes in and out of the building like they're one of our own.
So Scott, what is the Goddard curriculum all about?
So Goddard has a curriculum entitled Wonder of Learning. And what it is it's a inquiry-based learning process where children are inquisitive, right? And their curiosity is allowed to blossom. So for instance, if a child is curious about a certain thing, they'll ask a question to the teacher, and then the teacher will guide the children in that direction, right? So we want to really complement the curiosity and the inquiry-based system. And that's basically what Wonder of Learning is all about.
Wow.
This school is 20,000 square foot.
Okay.
So 16 classrooms. Typical child cares are around 10 classrooms.
Gotcha.
And about 11,000 square foot.
Yeah, well, we're talking about it. Can we actually go kind of see what it's going to look like?
Let's do it.
Let's go. All right, so we're on the east side of the building. We are facing Stadium Parkway, and to the north is Pineda. This is the 11,000 square foot outdoor playground facility that is going to be at this school. Kelly, can you elaborate a little bit more on what the heck is going on out here?
Yes, we have a huge playground area. We have multiple areas that are all gated and separated, so we can have multiple classrooms outside at one time, but not interacting or mixing with each other. So on this side is our preschool playground. We will have a soccer field here, as well as a shaded play structure. The concrete pad here is a full sport court, so we can do height adjustable basketball hoops, tennis, volleyball, and then on the other side we have a toddler playground with shaded play structure as well. We also are adding in a little like walking track and things that children can use to ride little cars around, and having some climbing structures in there as well.
That's amazing. And and this strip too here, we were kind of talking about what this space will be for. So what's going to go here?
This is our outdoor classroom. So we will have musical instruments. We will have sensory tables, a water trowel, so children can learn about that. And then we'll have just space for them to explore.
All right, Scott, so we're on the sidewalk now. We're on the east side of the building. What's going to go on all here?
Sure. So there's a 50-foot landscape buffer from the curb to our fence. Okay. And on this side of the sidewalk will be a berm, a 4-foot berm, all the way down the length of the playground that is landscaped with shrubs and trees. Okay. On the other side of that berm is where our fence and playground starts.
Gotcha. So 50 feet, 6-foot fence, bunch of landscaping?
Bunch of landscaping.
It's going to look beautiful.
Yeah, it'll look great.
All right, guys, we're currently inside the building. There's construction going on, so if it's a little loud, we apologize. But Scott, 20,000 square foot building, what is going on inside here?
Right, so we'll take ages 6 weeks to 5 years old.
Gotcha.
We've got infant room ages 6 to 1 year old. We have 3 1-year-old rooms, 4 2-year-old rooms, and then the rest are preschool and pre-K. Okay. So we have a big jump to those larger children, but we still have a large amount of 2-year-old and 1-year-old space as well.
Yeah, and is that because you're expecting more younger kids here, or that's the model that we normally see? Or?
Well, what we're seeing is yes and no, but what we're seeing is that through COVID, the COVID boom of babies took place, and they're starting to turn 3 coming up here. So the demand for 3-year-olds is going to be extremely high. Wow. We can always switch and revert back and turn a preschool room into a 2-year-old room if we need to, but for right now, that's the plan.
All right, Kelly, not gonna lie, I'm getting bank vault vibes entering this space. What's happening here?
We want it to feel safe, so we have a locked door here, and then a locked lobby door here. So parents will have an app that they use to access the school. No codes to remember. It's a GPS proximity reader, so it knows when you've arrived at the front door, we'll open it for you, and it knows at the second door and will open it for you. We also have a thermal camera here too. So it's taking photos of everybody who enters and exits and also their temperature. So no sick children are coming to school, no sick teachers, and no sick families.
They can't even lie about it at that point.
Yeah, we're gonna catch them.
Wow. As we were talking, you mentioned some things about the differences between the capacity for students in the classrooms and in the bathrooms. Can you please elaborate a little bit more on that?
Yes, we're definitely trying to build smaller classroom models.
Yeah.
So with our classrooms, we want to have small group sizes. So for instance, in our 2-year-old classroom, our state licensing says we can have 22 students with 2 teachers.
Okay.
We as a school just cap that at 16.
Okay.
We want more individual attention for each child and just a smaller group for the teacher to manage. Also in our older classrooms, we have split bathrooms. So 3-year-old and 4-year-old classrooms have 2 bathrooms each where the boys and girls are separate. And we also have smart boards in those classrooms.
Wow. All right, Scott, so we're kind of cruising around. I can identify what the classrooms look and feel like, but this space feels different. Even the adjacent space, can you touch on what these spaces are for?
Yeah, sure. We're really excited about these spaces. So this room right here that we're standing in is a science room, or STEM, right?
Yeah.
So because of science, art, all kinds of stuff like that, engineering. In this room, we'll have smart board, we'll have computer labs, we'll have 3D printer, we'll have different robotics and coding instruments where the older kids will be able to come in here with the teachers and do all science-related activities.
Okay.
This entrance right here is a big glass storefront.
Okay.
And it'll have a full wrap that is wrapped in a aerospace type of themed with galaxy and planets and all kinds of stuff like that.
Man.
We're designing that right now.
Well, we're already loving that.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
pretty
this
cool.
space over here.
And this space over here is our indoor gym.
Okay.
So it's a multi-purpose room where we'll have a rock climbing wall, we'll have a beam projector in the ceiling with 30+ games on it where children can either jump in ball pits, they can play piano with their feet, or they can do artwork with their feet, or they can learn about planets as well. So a lot of different games, and the teachers will use that to help with lesson planning. And then a big open space for children to run around on those days we get rained out in the afternoon.
Yep.
Playground time, or if the heat index is too high and we gotta just not go outside, we're still getting that playtime in.
All right, Kelly, so question for you. As someone that is managing and working directly with the teachers, can you elaborate a little bit more on what the culture is like here for those teachers and what makes you guys a little bit different?
Definitely. We have multiple things that we try to provide our teachers with. 1, low class sizes.
Yep.
2, full benefits, health, vision, dental. We also have a large teacher lounge, exercise equipment, coffee bar, TV and couch. We want our teachers to have a home away from home, just like our students do.
Yeah.
For parents, their #1 fear is the teacher turnover, and we don't want it either. So we want happy teachers that are getting their needs met, because a happy teacher creates a happy classroom and happy families, and that makes us happy.
Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about what your enrollment size is currently and then where you'll cap, cost of tuition, and then when the doors will open for the school?
Perfect. So we are at 58 students enrolled right now, and it's going quickly. Every day we have families enrolling. We start, like Scott said, at 6 weeks, and we go to VPK, and then we also do aftercare for local elementary schools where we pick them up and bring them to us. Monthly tuition starts at about $1,400 a month for an infant, so that's the most expensive tuition. For VPK or our pre-K program, it's about $900 a month.
Okay. And then when are we thinking doors are open? If I'm sending my kids here, when does that start?
Definitely, we're hoping August 1st is our goal.
Okay.
So right before the school year starts, that is what we're shooting for, and our max capacity is about 280.
All right, Kelly, Scott, thank you so much for your time. Is there anything else you would like to add?
Parents can contact us at GoddardSchool.com. We're also having a parent open house at Duran Golf Club, April 11th from 5 to 7 p.m.
Awesome. Good to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shane.
Thank you, man.